Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 243 of the Get Your Goals Annual Challenge. We're talking about step 7 of our communication goal process today, and that is rewards and celebrations. How are you going to reward yourself for achieving your communication goal and objective by the end of the year? And how are you going to celebrate and reward yourself for the milestones as you achieve them along the way? That's our action item today. Come up with ways to reward yourself. The truth is, if we don't reward ourselves for the activity and the actions and the steps that we take and celebrate our accomplishments and be grateful for them, chances are we're not going to continue to move forward. We're going to get burnt out, we're going to get frustrated, and we're just going to quit going for the things that we want and just kind of let life knock us around and take what we get, right? Not what we deserve, because we all deserve to create the life that we want, but what just happens to come our way. And that's not a very fun way to live our lives. I think we all have had periods of our life where we've just gone with the flow, and then we get either motivated or frustrated, and we take action and we do something different in order to move our life in the direction that we want. We tolerate, we put up with stuff that we shouldn't or that isn't good for us, to the point of it getting our attention to the point that we need to do something about it. So let's quickly run through the 7 steps of the goal process. But remember, today we are going to decide how are we going to celebrate achieving our communication goal. I don't know how I'm going to do it yet. I've got space in my journal to write down what I'm going to do to celebrate, but I want to come up with a way, because I realized this morning as I was waking up and thinking that there's other areas of communication that I really want to work on. One is my daughter says I yell all the time. I just think I talk loudly at my 2-year-old granddaughter, and I don't really think I yell, but I'm always afraid she's going to hurt herself, so I have this weird sense of urgency in my voice. So that's something I thought about this morning. I want to figure out, how do I interact with her in a much more calm and less hysterical manner? I guess I don't think I'm hysterical, but I suppose my daughter would think I was. But my sisters still tease me about raising my kids, and I always think some catastrophe or something bad was going to happen to them. So always erring on the side of being super cautious and safe, right? And they're here today, so I think I must have done something right. But I do want to do a better job with my granddaughters and not be so worrisome, right? Or so worried about their safety, because they are amazingly intelligent little human beings, and I know they will be fine, but I always worry because they're kind of like I was, a little bit rush in first and see what happens without necessarily thinking about the consequences. So today, what is our goal process? Let's run through that quickly, since it's the last day that we're focusing on communication as the area of life framework. We're going to switch gears and head into confidence. We're going to spend the next month on the area of confidence, life framework, and the impact confidence has on our life and all the other areas and aspects of our life. So the 7-step goal process that we set up in January, step 1 is identify your story, your current story and your desired story. And that creates a gap that we're filling, right? If we were where we wanted to be right now, we wouldn't be setting goals in that area or aspect of our life. Unless, of course, you're like me and we're on this journey of constant, continuous, and ever-improving versions of ourselves. Step 2, framework your goals. Set your goal up as a SMART goal. Why? Because it's a good framework to make sure that we hit all the bases. Step 3, break it down into steps, little bite-sized pieces, just how we eat an elephant. Step 4, come up with your strategy and plan. Step 5, how are you going to measure and know you're making progress? Identify your milestones and figure out how you're going to know, how you're going to measure and make progress. Step 6, resources, support, and accountability. We talked about that yesterday. And step 7, rewards and celebration. Any questions about that? Any other examples of that? Want to run through and have more discussions about that? You can always go and search on the Get Up and Go Challenge private Facebook group page. There are literally, I want to say, I don't know, there's over there's a couple thousand videos in there, I think, for sure. I'm gonna have to go look now, because now I'm super curious how many are in there. But there's definitely last year's annual challenge, the BU 365-day challenge, to do one thing every day that improves us. Last year's the first time I actually started sharing my version of the life framework, the 9 areas that I went to from 7 in 2021, but also 2020 and 2021, the pandemic year and the year after. Every other month they did a 30-plus day challenge called the Get Up and Go Challenge. Those are all in there. This year's challenge is all in there under Guide 16 and 17. Guide 16 is the videos. Guide 17 is a ChatGPT game of writing up and doing a write-up every day. Not edited, just playing with the tool as an experiment this year to see if it adds any value. All right, any questions, ask. Otherwise, I will be with you tomorrow, and we're going to hop into confidence and our confidence goals. Have an amazing day.